Hey, it's Vanessa, the Crafty Gemini. I wanted to make another video to share with you some more details about my upcoming new 8th edition Crafty Gemini online bag club. Now, a big thanks to everybody who watched the first intro video. So many of you have filled out our survey and given us your feedback. I think right before I started the camera here for this video, we had just over 730 something replies in our survey. So thank you so much. We are definitely going to sit down as a team and go over all that so we can make sure that a lot of the same issues that some of you are having when you're trying to make handbags, we make sure to feature those in the video lessons as we complete 5 new bag projects I designed just for this new bag club. Now, if you haven't watched that video, definitely click the link in the description box below. That will open up for you and you can go and watch the first video so you get a little bit of background info and understand a little more about what you can expect with my upcoming 8th edition bag club. Now, I'm Vanessa, aka the Crafty Gemini, and I've been teaching sewing and quilting lessons for about 15 years now, both in person and online. This new bag club is going to be the 8th version or 8th edition of the Crafty Gemini bag clubs that we've been hosting for about the past 5 years or so. We've also done online video courses having to do with garment sewing. I've done wallet clubs. I've done organizer clubs. We've been doing this for quite a while, and we always want the next one to be better than the last. So if you have a couple moments and you'd like to give us 1 minute of your time to complete a survey, I've included a link to the feedback survey right underneath this video in case you missed it from the last video. Now, specifically in my bag clubs, we've had over 5,000 students join in. Many of you have actually signed up for every single club that we have offered in the past, which is amazing. And it tells me that you really are getting a lot of knowledge, a lot of tips and tricks, and of course, boosting your confidence, as well as a ton of content in those different video lessons for every single project that you've tackled. That's exactly what we plan to do with this next one. So in this video, I wanted to share with you a little bit more of the details surrounding my upcoming bag club. If you're not familiar with how things work here, we usually will open for about a week's time, and after we close the registration, that's it. No one will ever be able to sign up for that club again. And the reason we do that is so that we don't have people just trickling in all throughout, jumping in the middle of a third project and they're starting, with the first one. It kind of messes things up that way. So if you're thinking you may want to sign up for my upcoming 8th edition bag club, stay tuned. Also make sure that you are subscribed to our email list. That really is the best way to keep in touch with everything that's going on. I will send you reminder emails. They will be complete with the links on where you can register if you're going to need a kit so that you can order one from us, all that information there. And you can sign up by just visiting this link right here that I'm putting at the bottom of the screen for you. There you can sign up for our email newsletter to make sure that you don't miss out on it, right? Because if you miss it, it's going to be too late. You will not be able to sign up for the club after we close the registration. Now, in this new bag club, we will be making 5 different handbags that I designed specifically for this club. And I'm leveling them 1 through 5, basically so that we start off with the easiest of the 5 bags as our first. And then we're going to go up to bags 2, 3, 4, and 5, and bag 5 being the most complex one. That does not mean that if you have beginner sewing skills, you won't be able to make it. The skills kind of build on themselves. And then in bags 3, 4, and 5, we also do feature some simple beginner basic techniques. So don't worry about that. Remember that every single one of these bag projects are going to be taught to you by pre-recorded, fully edited, step-by-step videos. So you don't need to tune in live to watch the lessons. You can replay, rewind, fast forward, put me on 2x speed if you want to, or slow me down. I know a lot of you think I speak very fast. In the video course lessons, you will be able to slow me down to either 0.75 times speed or half, slow me down by half. And I find that a lot of my students who prefer I spoke a little bit slower really do appreciate that feature in my course video lessons. So that's one thing. Another thing is that we always provide supplemental PDF instructions. So I know some people really love the video element to my courses and others kind of skim over the videos and then they prefer the written instruction. So we always have both. So you'll be able to print out step-by-step PDF instructions that also, lay out the amounts of fabrics that you'll need. We'll have PDF supply checklists that you can print out so you can prepare your materials and stuff before the course goes live. We also have the step-by-step or supplemental PDF instructions. So I find that a lot of my students who really like the videos, the way that they use the PDFs is that say 2 or 3 months pass after you make a bag, they don't need to rewatch all the videos necessarily, so they'll just pull out the PDF and it will help trigger the memory of like, oh yeah, that's what needs to come next, or that's the next step I need to take, right? So that is really helpful as well. Some of the bags do feature printable templates, so you will need a way to print out the PDF templates so that you can tape them together. Since some of the bags are a little bit bigger, we'll need to combine those, but that's all PDF templates that you can access all the time. The video lessons, you do have indefinite and unlimited access to the video lessons. So 3 years from now, even if you sign up for the club and you don't have time to make it now, come back 3 years later, you'll be able to log into your account and then catch up and watch them then, okay? So that's always an option with any of my paid video courses or clubs. Now we're also adding 2 different live components to the Bag Club. One is what I call my live Q&A session, and that is where I am the only one on camera. I am live in person with you, and I'm answering the questions for that specific bag we're working on that week, the questions that were submitted by club members and students, okay? So I will prep for those, answer them live, and then we record that live session so that if you're not able to attend live and get your question answered, you can always log in and watch the replay or the recording, right? So that's one of the live components to the club. The other one is what I call my live Zoom social hour, and we get a lot of jokes because we call it a social hour, but it never lasts an hour. We always go over, oftentimes to an hour and a half or 2 hours. So if you can't make it that long, no big deal. But again, those are live Zoom chats where if you want to turn on your video camera, feel free to. Some people just tune in, just listen, and kind of just use the audio so that they don't show themselves on camera, which is completely okay too. It's just an opportunity for some community building. We get to chit chat with friends. I'm definitely there. I sometimes end up answering questions, chatting with y'all. You share your projects or ask for feedback on your fabric choices, things like that. Then we oftentimes will break up into little breakout rooms where you get to chat with other club members on a smaller scale, because oftentimes we have hundreds of people in these groups, and so we will separate you out into smaller groups of 5 to 7 or maybe even 10 people, depending on how many we have in there, and you get to chat with some friends, and I usually will try and pop into each room so I can spend a little bit more one-on-one time with y'all on a smaller scale. So those are the 2 live components. Then we have the pre-recorded video lessons for every single bag. We have the supplemental PDFs. We have PDF checklists. Now we've also added PDFs that include freebie tips and tricks. So as you're preparing for the next video lessons to go live, go ahead and pull up those PDF checklists, watch those videos, maybe do a couple exercises here and there, and that will help get you kind of prepped up before the next bag video lessons drop on the course platform, okay? So we're doing a lot of those things. We also have a PDF event calendar, and that way you can keep track of the dates on when new course lessons will be posted to your account, when the live Q&A chats are, by when you need to submit your questions, and when those live Zoom social hours are. So as you can see and hear, my clubs are jam-packed with value, with content, with interaction, and of course, community building. Now, the whole point of this bag club is I want to help you build your confidence. If you have the skills, be proud of it. I want you to feel confident enough to change up different bag projects that you may buy out there. If you buy a new pattern, you don't like one of the elements, I want you to feel confident and capable enough to change those things up. So when you look at the 5 bags that we will be making, I don't want you to think about just whether or not you like the bag or you want to make it for yourself. Think about it as stepping stones and learning basically exercises as we tackle each one of the bags. And I will say, in every club, I always end up with people who say, well, I only liked one of the bags, but I signed up anyways. And they ended up loving the ones that they didn't like just from seeing it at first glance. So if that's you, definitely see a little bit beyond the project, even if you feel like you don't have a need for a drawstring backpack. Think about the skills and techniques that you'll be learning in that specific backpack project that will help carry over so that you can then design, hack, and change up other patterns or even come up with some of your own. Now, when it comes to my teaching style, I know that it works. I have heard from countless students over the years who have told me, hey, I never sewed before. I took a sewing machine out of the box, say they joined a course or a club, and they were able to, at first try, complete successfully whatever the project was, which always leaves me blown away. But I also know that that means that my teaching style, the way that I film and edit my videos really does work. So if you're thinking about signing up for my bag club and you think you're going to do it, I want you to make a promise to yourself to stop second guessing your skills. I promise to deliver to you the teaching style you need, the close-up shots, the multiple explanations for every step that we're doing, teaching you the how, the why, and the what of every step as we work through the different bag projects. But you need to promise me that you are going to believe in yourself, in your sewing skill set, and boost that confidence so that you can tackle these projects and not be that surprised when you successfully finish them. I know that you can do it, and I hope that you'll consider signing up for my new bag club. Now, in the next video, stay tuned because I will be sharing with you the 5 different bag designs that I will be teaching you how to make. I will go over the different design elements so you see what goes into each bag and can start to wrap your head around the skills and techniques that I will be teaching you over the next 7 weeks. Now, if you're new around here, I'm going to insert a little video because I want to walk you through our course and club platform so that you can understand how I lay things out, how organized we keep things. And I'm basically just going to share with you the screen of me logging into our last bag club, which again is not currently available because once it closed, that was it. But I want you to see how we organize the documents and how straightforward we include the lesson titles, the different bags, giveaways that we do, as well as the different live components and how everything is laid out on our platform. So once you sign up and register for my club, you would go to our website, craftygemini.com. Then right here on the top right-hand side, you're going to click log into my account. It's going to ask you for your email address and password. I'm going to enter mine, click the login button, and then you're going to be into your Crafty Gemini dashboard, okay? I'm going to go right here to my individual courses, and then, of course, I have access to all of them, so you're just going to scroll down. Everything is in alphabetical order, so say I'm going to be looking for Bag Club. In this case, you'd be looking for the 8th edition, but I'm going to show you what the 7th edition Bag Club looked like. You click on that, and that's it. You're into the club content. When you scroll down, you'll see all the different titles where it breaks down everything. Here's a welcome video. This is the event calendar and important information, how to find your way around the bag club. There's a video and some tips there, the finished bag dimensions. So you see where you can find all the information you need. And then because, of course, this bag club that I'm logged into right now is over, you're going to see all the content here for everything. So we have bag 1. The supply checklist is right there. Then we have the supplemental PDF instructions. And then all these that you see here are different video lessons for that bag number 1. Right here says live chat Q&A. This was when we recorded it. The recording is there. The live Zoom with friends. That was the day that we did that live Zoom. And it's the recording of that is there as well. Then you can see we continue down, bag number 2. And it goes just like that all the way down. This is bag 4. Here you can click the little right arrow to send you to the second page. So that is how you would find all that information for all of my clubs. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to click on some so you can see what it actually looks like inside. So let's see here, the bag club event and calendar. So once you click, this is what opens up. Here you'll see all the information. We have a time zone converter, so you know what time it is where you live based on when I am on the eastern coast of the United States going to go live, right? Here's where you can print and download the event calendar. This is all these different things that I added so you can see how organized it is, complete with the full calendar here and everything that's highlighted in red. You would click on it and it would take you there, okay? So this is how you would find, let's say we're here on the supply checklist for the Hoya. You click on it, it's there. This is the supplemental PDF. You would click to download and get that information there. Then when it comes to the videos, this is the fabric cutting and prep for this bag. There is that video. As you watch them, you would just click here to go to the next lesson. You can also click here to go to the previous lesson. And you can see everything is super duper organized. You can navigate on the left side menu or by using the arrows underneath each one of the videos. Okay, so super, super easy, and I hope that helps. So there you have it. That's how quick and easy it is for you to log into your account, access your club, and see where everything is labeled for you. Just click on the individual titles, and you'll be easily able to navigate the entire course or club content, okay? Now, I wanted to take a moment and answer 3 of the most commonly asked questions that I am getting this week about this upcoming bag club, and I usually get these questions anyway, so I wanted to tackle them head on right now. Number 1 is, What if I have never sewn a bag before or I'm a new sewist, right? You can definitely sign up for my clubs. And the reason I say that is because I have the video component to it and it's step by step. Now, sometimes I will post a project in one of my courses or clubs and the video for like one bag, or excuse me, the course for one bag will have like 25 videos. And you look at it and you're thinking, how in the world did she get 25 videos from that simple little bag? Well, the reason is because I break everything down super step by step. You don't have to worry about watching one video, me saying a couple things, and then when you click on the next video, it completely jumps a couple of steps and you don't know what to do in between, okay? Every single video lesson for the bags covers every single step of the process. So again, you can rewind, you can pause, you can fast forward, or you can even slow down my talking speed. There is no reason at all that a confident beginner sewist cannot tackle these bags, especially because the first bag out of the 5 is the easiest one. And I guarantee you, if you tackle that first bag with us, you hang in there and watch the videos, you are going to be so pumped. After completing that bag, especially if it's your first one, nobody's going to be able to stop you from completing the remaining 4. Trust me on that. And that just comes from me as a teacher. I've taught kids, both my children learned how to sew when they were 3 years old. There is no better feeling and no better motivation to boost you to the next level in your sewing journey than completing a project and looking at it like, did I really just make this? And that is what I like to do with my video lessons. When you do that and successfully finish the first bag, you're going to be off and running for bags 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I have no doubt about that. The next question is, how long do you have access for the videos? I oftentimes, especially when we release a new club towards the end of the year, will get a lot of messages from past students who will say, hey, I'm really busy this fall and winter. How long will I have access to the course or the club content, right, if I do sign up? Well, again, you get access indefinitely to my club content, all right? So it does not matter. I actually had an email yesterday from a lady who said, hey, I signed up for one of your clubs back in 2016, but I just got so busy with work, I wasn't able to do it. Well, she retired this year, and she says, I always remember you said, you know, when you retire, you can always come back to the video courses and they'll be there for you. And that's exactly what she did. She was able to retire. She logged back into her account and started tackling all those projects from that bag club. So I love to hear that. And that's exactly how we set it up. So it's not going to expire. You can log in whenever and get access to the course content. So even if you can't keep up, even if you're super busy, if you do like the 5 bags as I share them in the club and you want to participate, I say go ahead and sign up, because once the registration door closes, that's it. Now, the third question is, are materials included in the price of the club? And the answer to that is no. We have students that sign up for our clubs and courses that live in over 20 different countries. There's no way that we could include the cost, the shipping costs, custom fees, and all that for everybody at the same price if it was included, right? So right now, there are a lot of supply chain issues going on. So although we have been delayed a little bit with launching this new bag club, we do have supplies here. We have supplies on the way. And so my team is working to put together as many of the hardware and interfacing kits as we can. So we will definitely have more information on that when we do open up the doors for registrations. And that is coming up in just a couple of days. So if you're not yet subscribed to our email list, use the link in the video or below this video, and you'll be able to sign up so that you don't miss any of the info and you don't miss the 1-week registration period, okay? So supplies are not included in the cost of the club. There will be a separate product listing in our shop to purchase a kit if you choose to do so, but that is optional. A lot of us will probably have many of the supplies and materials required for this bag club, but I know, again, because of the supply chain issues, many of you are having trouble just finding the supplies. So we do like to offer that obviously as an optional add-on. Okay, so the materials are not included in the club. You have unlimited, indefinite access to the course content. And if you are a beginner sewist and you have an ounce of confidence, I say join us. I'm going to get that on 1,000, and you're going to be super impressed with what you can do with my video instructions, with the community in our Facebook group if you choose to be a part of that, of course with the live Q&A sessions and with the live Zoom social hours. I mean, it's like coming along for the ride with hundreds of other people. So I think it's going to be a win-win. I'm super excited to make these bags alongside y'all as well. And go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you made it all the way to the end. Remember, stick with us. Check your emails if you're already in the email list, and I will be sending out another video this week giving you the details because we're like this close to opening the doors for the 8th edition Crafty Gemini Bag Club. Thanks again for watching the video, y'all, and I will see you in the next one.